Okay, we're back in the cave, because I forgot to grab a dung beetle. And so it's just Fortune and Carl and myself. I just have Fortune on follow, because can't ride him. I think they can come in as long as you're not riding them, but I'm going to whistle them passive. I flew over on him because I wanted to get back as soon as possible. I don't know how long until stuff spawns in. So dung beetles are just a passive tame. Level 90. How long? I actually would possibly rather find a young or a smaller one, but oh. Okay, I guess with the 5 times taming, it's not a problem. Well, we are gonna pick you up, buddy, and get the hell out of here. So that was way less dramatic than I thought it was gonna be, but that's how you do it. You just put some feces in your last slot and passive tame it, just like you would any other passive tame, except for they eat poop. But so luckily we made it back before stuff respawned. We'll check back later. I don't think that the pipes... I didn't put that many pipes in. Like I said during the other one, I forget if it was shown or not, but I didn't put that many pipes in, because with the wolves and D12 it was way easier, and that's whatever. So I didn't end up putting that many pipes down. So we'll see if stuff ends up spawning back in. But so, dung beetles are the almighty being in Ark. You feed them poop. Put it in their inventory, they automatically eat it when they get hungry. Actually, no, they don't. Sorry, that's incorrect. They eat spoiled meat. You have to have spoiled meat either in their inventory or in a feeding trough, but they just turn poop into oil and fertilizer. So 2 will give you so much fertilizer. Once you get a bunch of dinos and just fill up the dung beetles, they make so much fertilizer. And as well, they make a ton of oil. So they'll pretty much take care of... Wow, I did not think I could hop on this while holding the dung beetle. So luckily we'll have Carl following us. But yeah, so 1 should be plenty for us. Again, our single player file doesn't consume any fertilizer while we're offline. Normally you might run into, your fertilizer getting used up while you're offline, because your explants and crops and everything are still consuming while you're not playing. So I thought that was a raptor versus raptor for a little bit. What we're actually going to do is keep an eye out for some Actina, and if we can scoop one of those up, we'll tame one of them when we get back to the base. But I'll just show you when we get back to the base. I don't think they're actually along here. They're usually in the swamp area. So I'll make my way over to the swamp and see if we can't find a snail, because then we'll have fertilizer, oil, and cementing paste taken care of. So I'll see you back at the base. Alrighty, and there one is, and we're gonna save it from this Titan boa. Sucker! Can't get us now, stupid snake. Alright, yeah. So this has been a much more successful trip than I was hoping. But so the snail, the Akatina we'll have to make some veggie cakes to feed the it, because that is also a it's not a passive tame, actually. I forget honestly what I said. But it has to eat the sweet veggie cake to be tamed. So I will again see you back at the base. Okay, so we need a couple things before we can make our sweet veggie cakes. We need giant bee honey as well as sap. So I brought a tap. We're gonna head to the redwoods and tap a tree so we can get sap. And to tame a giant bee, you have to destroy the hive and survive the swarm. Normally you can just access the inventory, get like some swarm damage and whatnot. And so what we're gonna do is destroy the hive. I have brought bug repellent, so we should be fairly masked. They'll probably still attack us. We'll destroy the hive, kind of back off a little bit, I guess, and then hopefully the queen comes out and we can oh boy. Oh boy. Fortune. I guess we need to put you on neutral, buddy. Whistle neutral. If I get kicked off. Alright, so the beehive does have a decent amount of health. I'm just gonna do this. Carl. Yeah, Fortune should be able to handle all these. As well as Carl to protect me. Uh-oh. Did I attack you? No! Carl! Shit. I accidentally swung a spear. Oh, Carl. Alright. Well, we'll go find another one. That's the premise. Ideally, you don't want to have your shoulder mount kill it. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a single Itchy Thornus kibble tame, so I'll be back. So since it was dark, I figured I'd just head to the redwoods and set up the tree tap, but oh, what do we got here? You coming? So once I can see again, we can take a look at this explorer note. Igiga Furiosa is an enormous predator, larger even than the Tyrannosaurus or Spinosaurus. Getting cornered or run down by a Giga can mean certain death for nearly any creature. Fighting a Giga directly is never a good idea, as its rage rapidly grows with every hit it takes. With this rage, it builds increasing reserves of energy to use, making its iron-jawed bites progressively more deadly and enhancing its stamina. To this fact, its huge body also enables it to take tremendous amount of punishment. And you have a creature that generally better guided or outsmarted than attacked head-on. Domesticated. Taming Gigantosaurus is a dangerous prospect. Its rage reaction. Wow, it looks like race every time. That Its rage reaction, even when tamed, can sometimes cause it to briefly turn on members of its own tribe. Indeed, it may even throw off its rider if it has been sufficiently angered. And yet the sheer size and immense power that the Giga possesses means that some factions endeavor to tame it as a fear-inducing capital beast of war, even at great cost? Great risk. Yeah, so. Scary beast. Alright, so for the tree tap, I've never actually set one up, so I'm not sure. I know you have to put it on these large trees in the redwoods. You can't just put it on any. So I'm gonna find one that looks fairly safe. And I don't know. I can't see it. I don't know. Holy. Ginormous. Okay, so it goes up there. Okay. We're gonna place it, and I don't know if I can get to it without access its inventory. We might have to build a tree platform. We sure look like we have to. It's empty anyway, so maybe by the time we get back, hopefully we'll have a queen bee as well as a tree platform. So I'm gonna fly back and keep an eye out for another beehive. Okay, so that's our original taming pen, and as I suspected, there was a beehive down here. So I think what I am gonna do, starters, we got a few levels, so we're just going all stand. We like to be able to fly. I guess we'll do kind of the same thing. Go up and attack it, and we'll see what happens, I guess. And I walk right up with. I'm assuming his first attack is better, and I thought about taking some honey out before I do it, but I don't know if that'll affect the chances of a queen bee coming out. So. Okay, so. Okay, I was gonna say, I didn't know if... Oh yeah, I need to put on... Good job, Carl. Carl. Jesus. I have no idea where Fortune went. I don't know how much damage I'm doing. Thank you, Carl. What the fuck is Fortune? So I guess I'm not going to use my gun. It doesn't seem like it's really doing any damage whatsoever. This seems to be working much better. Carl? Carl, are you still with me? Thank you. Okay, so there's the queen bee. And she ran up there. And I get up there. The answer is probably no. Come on. Come on. Now we still have our bug musk on. Again, all we really have to do is we should be able to just passive tame her if we see her, which I think that's her right there. She is going to be spawning in some stuff. There's Fortune. Okay, that's good, because I didn't know where he went. Peter? Got her. Whoa, and now they all become our allies. Thankfully. Wow, okay. So, once you get her out of there, it doesn't seem bad. But again, also, we have 5 times taming, so it was much quicker to get her tamed. Otherwise, that could have taken a lot more. Alright, so now when you can either leave her as such, and the bees will just kind of go with her. What are you doing? But we are going to tame. They all die, and now we have a beehive that we can place down on the ground. So let's get our seeds, and again, we want the seeds, we want stuff in our last inventory slot, because if like a random pego runs up, he'll take the stuff out of the last inventory slot, and we just want him grabbing random seeds or something, not anything good. So Fortune, all right, behavior, I'm just gonna leave it on that, I suppose. So oh, that's right. There was a, I'm wondering if this is the honey. That would be cool. Would be cool. It is, okay. So, I did look it up, and it says that in the refrigerator is the way to go, but I don't feel like it really helped very much. But it should stay longer on a dyno. We had 20 minutes, so yeah, this had close to an hour. We can combine. Okay. Oh wait, is that thatch? Because what I'm gonna do, part of the reason I came looking here for one was we have a few things here. We can craft a tree stand? Tree platform. Oh, okay, never mind. We can't do that here. That takes, I wasn't sure what it needed. I knew the metal one obviously was going to take metal, but the wooden one I thought maybe not going to need 600 cementing paste or 200 metal ingots, so that was my thought process, was possibly doing that. But so I guess we will drop the wood, that, and I am going to get back to base. I will make a tree stand there. that point we can get the sap, get our veggie cakes, get the snail, all sorts of good stuff. So